The first half of the All-Star break is behind us, and partner, it's go time in the second half.
And if you want to be playing meaningful games at the end of September, you got to put your head down and grind for the next 8 weeks.
The Atlanta Braves going up against the New York Yankees. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And towing the slab in this one, Kervin Castro. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Well, they're going with the opener in this one, so this is an interesting look. He's probably only going to pitch an inning, maybe 2 at the most, and it's going to be unconventional. I think he's going to pitch backwards, more off speed, and then fastballs late.
All right, just about ready for baseball. Drake Baldwin now at the plate.
Baldwin.
And this one is off and running.
Wow, Boog. First pitch of the night, and looks like the strike zone's a little small.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still manages a throw, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. The home run, a big part of the equation when it comes to this offense, Singy. They're one of the better clubs in the league in terms of putting runs up via the homer.
Yeah, and that makes them even more dangerous because they're going to get their hits, but they're also going to get those home runs and have runners on base, which is multiple runs out of one swing. So, yeah, you really have to try to manage a team like this and keep them contained. You can't give up extra outs, whether that be via an error or a walk.
Fouled off left side. The 0-1. Way out front for strike 2. Gets a piece and stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
On the ground. And foul ball. Ripped to first, caught.
He put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
2 down, bases empty. Here is Matt Olson. And first offering is fouled off. Got him looking. That was pretty nasty. And now the Bombers will get their shot. No score. Back after this on the show. Back in the Bronx. And today's starter, Victor Medeiros. What do you got on him, Chris?
He may not dominate, but he always keeps the club in the game. If you can score runs, you have a really good chance to win with him on the mound today.
Trent Grisham stepping in now for the Yankees.
The center fielder, number 12, Trent Grisham.
That one outside. Ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. Ball to strike. That one fouled off. The 1-2. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Hey!
The 0-1. No question about this one. It's out of here. A 2-run blast. The Yankees score first. It's 2-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at-bat to give your team the lead. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
And now it's Luis Garcia. Good power, not great in the OBP department. That's ripped into the outfield. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Nice double right there. Loud contact coming off the bat. Didn't get enough air under to drive it out of here, but you'll take that swing and that result every time.
Fouled off left side. Line drive, that's a base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners, nobody out.
Batting fifth, the right fielder.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Spencer Jones stepping in now for the Yankees. This one smoked on its way out of here. A 3-run shot. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add to their lead.
He's bringing the thunder in a rainstorm. How in the world did he manage to hit that pitch out?
Chris, that ball came out hot. So let's see what StatCast has to say.
Yeah, it really did, Boog. 111 miles per hour off the bat and a really nice launch angle as well. Just a beautiful swing from start to finish.
That one to first. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. One away. That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. Not the highest team batting average for this squad. They're down towards the bottom of the league in total hits. And Singy, because of that, they don't score a ton.
Yeah, and Boog, I'm looking for a little better performance out of them today. I mean, if they're going to be dangerous, if they're going to be able to create scoring opportunities, they're going to have to start making some individual adjustments. A lot of players in this lineup probably aren't happy with how they've hit the ball so far. So today's a chance to get something going.
The 1-0. Yeah, that's fouled off. That misses. Ball 2.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
Next one misses. Ball 3. Hard on the ground to first. Smith takes it to the bag. 2 down.
Batting 8, the shortstop, George Lombard Jr.
George Lombard Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. Handles, throws to first, ends the inning after they racked up a bunch of runs. But 2 round trippers in this inning, the long ball was working. And the lead is now 5-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back for more from the Bronx. Top of the second.
5-run lead after their first at bat. That is huge at this point, but you've got to keep the attitude to keep your foot on the gas. Don't let that team back in this ball game. Cruise to the finish line, but do it with intention.
And that should be extra bases. And he starts off the second with a double.
Drove that ball nicely, put a great swing on it, and it jumped off his bat. Kind of put it all together there, and he's rewarded with the double.
Here's Mauricio Dubon. And first offering is fouled off. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here at the top of the second. Movement in the bullpen, David Bednar. The hard-throwing righty is up and loosening.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Man at second. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets him. 1 away on a drop third strike.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Up.
The 0-1. He swings and fouls one off. Here's the 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
That right there will drive you crazy as a hitter. That pitch has no business being called a strike. It's definitely not what the pitcher was trying to do with the curveball in any count, let alone a 2-strike count. So the umpire right there, he's just rewarding a bad pitch.
Now it's Dominic Smith. He's been a great free agent sign.
Ball.
Man on second, 2 down. Missed with a changeup, and the count is 2-0. Way high. Three-0 down. And a strike in there. This one ripped, but foul to the right. Payoff pitch. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Braves strand 1, still looking at that 5-0 deficit. Here at new Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, bottom of the second, Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level. Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Ball 2.
Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
The 2-1. And a foul ball. In the air to left center, Yastrzemski on the move, pulls it down, and he makes the catch.
Up next for the
One away.
Yankees, the center fielder, number 12, Trent Grisham.
Outside. Ball 1.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
Hey!
Check swing called strike. Now 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Two now. In the air, right center. This is mashed way back and gone. A solo shot. And they add on. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at-bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Victor Medeiros is done, and the opener strategy clearly didn't work out this time. New arm coming on. We'll be back after a short break.
Now pitching for
New
Atlanta,
pitcher for the Braves,
number
Didier
72,
Fuentes.
Didier
He's into the game with the
Fuentes.
bases empty. So now here's the DH, Ben Rice.
Oh!
The 1-0. On the ground to the left, Jarvis. Slinging it to first in time.
Up next for the Yankees, the first baseman, Luis Garcia.
Oh,
Running that good fastball up on the hitter's inside. If nothing else, it keeps him from diving out over the plate to get those arms extended on the pitch away.
High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run. A solo shot. Second home run of the inning for him. And they boost their lead. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
So 2 down. Here's Elliot Ramos. And first offering is fouled off. Foul ball. Two down, nobody on.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
And a swing and a miss, and that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 7-0. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show.
Now pitching for the
We're back to start the third, and there's a new arm on the mound, David Bednar.
And he's been really shutting down hitters from the right side of the plate this year. Not a lot of hard contact, not a lot of hits, period.
Leading off for Atlanta, the third baseman, Austin Riley.
That one finds the zone. Strike one.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse, go after hitters and get quick outs.
Stays alive. And down on strikes. Now one away.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And As a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
This one in the air center field. Grisham moving under this one. And there's 2 away.
Up next for Atlanta, the catcher, Drake Baldwin.
Here's the catcher, Drake Baldwin. He's 0 for 1. And that is out of play. Two down, nobody on. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next for Atlanta, the right fielder, number 13, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Strike one.
Here's your 1. Left field, way back there. Carrying well. Get out of town. An absolute smash to left. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 7-2.
He was able to hit one out in this weather. Are you kidding me? How did he do that? Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Matt Olson up to the plate.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Yes.
Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3.
No, that's low.
One now. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And a 1-2 again. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swings and misses. The high heat, too much on that one. Acuna goes yard for the Braves. It's 7-2. Back at Yankee Stadium, the spray chart shows us an impressive power display from this lineup. 4 homers so far.
And Boog, it's been a fun time in the right field bleachers with all those balls heading out that direction. Seems like a good day to be a lefty slugger.
Trying to bunt his way on. Gets it to first, and the bunt doesn't work out.
Well, I'm pretty sure he took a look around the infield to see where they were playing before laying that one down. And everyone was playing back. You assume that's going to be a pretty easy knock, but he just couldn't put it down in the right spot to allow him to beat that out. Maybe the right idea, but he just couldn't pull it off. Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Ripped, but it curls foul. Right side, hard hit. Smith steps on the bag. That's the second out.
Next for the Yankees, the third baseman, Ryan McMahon.
2 outs, base is empty. Ryan McMahon stepping in now for the Yankees. 0 for 1 so far. First offering way inside, almost got him.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot. As a hitter, you got to learn something from that pitch. He clearly wasn't timed up on the fastball. In a 2-0 count, you have to be ready to do damage.
Nice grab to first. Nicely done for the out. Down in order go the Yankees, but they're still on top 7-2. Back at Yankee Stadium, now in for the Braves, Michael Harris II. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Braves, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Struck him out looking.
Oh, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well. And you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else. And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Next offering in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
I mean, there aren't many curveballs in the sport today that break like that thing does. Huge movement. It's so difficult to get on the same plane and even think about squaring it up, let alone get a piece and hope he throws something else to keep the at-bat alive.
Yastrzemski in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Two down, nobody on. Swings and misses. And it's 1-1. Base hit center field. And that keeps the inning going.
Up next for Atlanta, the first baseman, number 8, Dominic Smith.
That one a little bit high. Ball 1.
Ball.
Boog, that's cheddar, baby.
Yastrzemski leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Next offering is fouled back. And that's way high. Full count now.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score him.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Payoff pitch. Breaking ball, and that got him.
That got him. Take your base.
Atlanta, the third baseman, Austin.
First and second, 2 outs. So here's Riley now. Two on, 2 outs. And a ground ball to first, but it kicks foul. And the 0-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. 2 left for Atlanta. They're down 5. It's 7-2. Ready to go, bottom 4. And stepping in for the Yankees, George Lombard Jr.
You know, these Yankees putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. Everything is clicking, and when you're producing more than 2 runs an inning, it's pretty obvious your guys came to do some damage. Obviously, this type of run production isn't exactly sustainable game to game, but it's a good sign that a lot of hard work's been paying off.
And a foul ball. Hit on the ground to the right side. Into the outfield, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Up next for the Yankees, the catcher, number 28, Austin Wells.
Runner takes off. That one ripped, but foul. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Dylan Lee, the lefty with big swing and miss stuff, is getting ready.
No, that's a ball.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone. This one in the air, center field. Harris under it. Makes the grab.
Up next for the Yankees, the center fielder, number 12, Trent.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. Now here's Trent Grisham.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at-bat.
And that misses. And that is ball 1. Late with the swing there. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still fires to first, but it's not in time. Base hit.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
Ball.
Runners at first and second with one gone. We're here in the bottom of the fourth.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Hey!
Runners at first and second with one gone. Foul ball there. Bounce to the right. Smith. There's one. Not in time to first. It's a fielder's choice.
Well, that was going to be a really tough one to turn two on. So a nice job to get the out at second right there. Hold on to the baseball. Shortstop clearly paid the price, but that kind of comes with the territory.
Luis Garcia, and a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. He's already homered in this game.
That's the ball.
And the 1-0.
No, that's a ball.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. In comes the run from third to add on. It's an RBI single, and it's now a 6-run lead. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Ball.
The 1-0.
Huh.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. And a 1-2.
Whoa.
Outside with a breaking ball. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Fights it off. He'll see another. Three and 2. Payoff pitch. That's a base hit. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and it's 9-2.
Comes through with the RBI. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Now, Spencer Jones. And first offering is fouled off. Line drive. And foul ball. Struck him out swinging. They limit the damage here. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors and a couple left on. On to the top of the 5th we go. The Yankees 9 and the Braves 2. Back in New York. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Jim Jarvis. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Braves just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Back to the mound. It hit him. Throw to first.
He's
safe.
in there.
And now we'll have to check back on the righty.
Up next for Atlanta,
And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit. Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at-bat.
That one off the mark. Ball 2. Fastball is outside. In the air, left field. He makes the grab.
Up next for Atlanta, the right fielder, number 13, Ronald Acuna.
One out man at first. Now the number 2 hitter, Ronald Acuna Jr. He's already homered here in this one. This one in the air, right field. Brings it in.
Up next for Atlanta, the designated hitter, Matt Olson.
In the air, right field. Jones coming on. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. One left for Atlanta. They're down 7. It's 9-2.
Now pitching for
Back
Atlanta,
now to start the bottom of the 5th and taking over on the mound, Dylan Lee.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. He's grounded out a couple of times.
You know, these Yankees, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
That's a ball.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Hard hit left side. Over to Smith.
Out.
And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
Next for the Yankees, the third baseman, Ryan McMahon.
Up.
McMahon, 31 years old. He made his big league debut in 2018, and he was a second-round pick back in 2013.
Oh, ball one.
There's the strike. Now a fly ball to right center. Harris on his way over. He's there. He's got it. And there's 2 away.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Lombard in the box again. Takes a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5.
Ball one.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. That is the inning. So they go quietly there. 5 innings complete. The Yankees 9 and the Braves 2. Welcome back. A few highlights to help tell the story of the game. Next to hit, Michael Harris the second.
The center fielder, Michael Harris the second.
That one ripped. Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. The relay throw. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
And first offering is fouled off. Man at second. In the air, left field, down the line, and that will drop foul. We haven't seen a break in the weather, and the umpires might be forced to make a decision soon.
Yeah, I think so, Boog. I mean, everyone looking and wondering when they're going to stop play. It definitely feels close.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Yastrzemski.
Here comes Mike Yastrzemski to the plate. 1 for 2. Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. A massive home run. And they cut into the deficit. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. David Bednar departs. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for the
They go with one of their more experienced arms in this spot, Fernando Cruz. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. That's off the inside corner. Ball 1.
Ball.
Just missed. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
2 runs across in the inning, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That clips the zone. That's strike 1. And a big swing and a miss. In the air to left center. And it falls. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Definitely found a perfect spot. Those could be hard sometimes. We talked about in left field. You're kind of anticipating cheating in for a ball. Hit something like that you can rob a little soft flare in front of you, but perfectly placed, so you reward the hitter with it.
The batter now, Austin Riley. This one in the air center field. Out number 2.
Up next for Atlanta, the shortstop, Jim Jarvis.
Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Brent Hedrick, a left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Smith, the runner at first with 2 gone.
Yes.
The 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2. Clobbered to right field, way back, gone. A 2-run homer. It's their 2nd home run of the inning, and they close the gap. It's 9-6. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Drake Baldwin getting ready to hit. 1 for 3. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Back-to-back hits, and they were hit hard.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul. The 0-1. On the ground, right side. Takes it himself, and they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 9-6. Back in the Bronx. Well, it's been a fun game for fans who love homers. These teams are teeing off, as we can see from the spray chart.
Yeah, it seems like days like this get pitchers questioning their life choices, Boog. Any fan who goes for a bathroom break is at risk of missing another dinger.
Out to center. Harris under it. And there's one down.
Up next for the Yankees, the center fielder, number 12, Trent.
So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. He launched a solo shot back in the 2nd inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
Yankees up by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th.
Oh!
And that drops in for a strike. Out towards right center field. Acuna on the move to the gap. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down.
Next for the Yankees, the designated hitter.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Dylan Lee done for the night. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for the
Brent
Braves,
Suter gets the call from the pen.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Here's a big power threat, Ben Rice. And it was a homer back in the 1st inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a 2-run blast, and that swing will give him confidence the rest of the way.
And foul ball. Two down, nobody on. And he chases that one. Out number 3. So the Yanks go in order, and they won't add to their 9-6 lead.
now pitching for the
They hand the ball over to a new arm, Tim Hill. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters.
designated hitter, Matt Olson.
There's a swing and a drive. Grisham sprinting for this one.
That's a
That
ground rule
skips over
double.
the fence, so it's an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next guy to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the top half of inning number 7. In there at the knees, 0-2. Didn't seem like that one found the zone. Here's a challenge. And the strike is overturned after review. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Strike 2.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Got him looking for the strikeout. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. Mauricio Dubon next up for the Braves. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. 0-1. Olson, the runner at second with 1 away.
That's the ball.
Slapped hard the other way, but foul. Man at second.
Ball 2.
Pitch
Ball 3.
misses there, and the count is filled up. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Three, 2. High fly ball down the left field line. And
Nope.
that one is foul, so we'll try it again. Stays alive. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Now he breaks his bat. Chisholm tosses to first, so they get the out after a long battle at the plate.
Up next for Atlanta, the left fielder, Mike Yastrzemski.
The sliding play at short. Over to first. In the dirt. Great pick. Got him. What a play. Braves strand 1. So the deficit remains 9-6. Set for the last half of the 7th. And stepping in for the Yankees, Luis Garcia.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Activity in the bullpen. Danny Young preparing to come on if needed. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's one away.
Gosh, here it is. Hit it. 3-pitch strikeout. All fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
Hup.
And the 0-1. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Out to short. Jarvis throws to first in time.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground. Nice ground out.
2 down, bases empty. So up next for New York, Spencer Jones.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time. I think he was sitting off speed there.
That's
Nope,
outside.
that's away.
And that's ball 1. Two down, nobody on. And that one fouled off. That's towards center. Harris gets under it. And that is that. 3 up, 3 down that time. 8th inning coming up. The Yankees 9 and the Braves 6. Back now in the Bronx. Now in for the Braves, Dominic Smith.
Dominic Smith.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Lifted in the air out to left. And there's one down.
Up next for Atlanta, the third baseman, Austin Riley.
Strike 1.
Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. And there's a foul ball.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
On the ground right side. Garcia takes it himself. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Tim Hill won't go any further. And as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for the
A new pitcher in the game, Ryan Yarbrough.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Jim Jarvis.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
Right side, Chisholm sends it to first, and the lefty reliever does his job. Just one pitch to get the inning-ending ground out. The Yankees 9 and the Braves 6. Back here in New York and stepping in for the Yankees, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Chisholm Jr.
Now he's challenging the called strike. And they don't come much closer, but it was a ball. They'll keep both their challenges. Here's a 1-1. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. Jazz goes down on strikes.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
That's off the corner.
The lefty, the 1-0. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Throws to first in time.
Up next for the Yankees, the shortstop, George.
There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Brent Suter will depart, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with a new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching for the
So they turn to the lefty in this spot, Danny Young.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
2 outs, base is empty. George Lombard Jr. will hit next. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Young, 31 years old, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2015. Got him. That ends the inning. The Yankees 9 and the Braves 6.
Now pitching for the
So they turn to their closer, Yerry De Los Santos. A chance at his first save of the year.
Santos. Leading off for Atlanta, the catcher, Drake Baldwin.
Yeah, that's fouled off. There's the strike. The 0-2. That one drilled left field, and that's just foul.
Man, that's such a tough call for the umpire in real time, especially since those lines are not made of chalk the way they used to be. He got it right, though.
The 0-2. And they'll do it again. The 0-2. A sliding stop. Throw to first. And very nicely done for the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there. And, of course, the most important part was getting the out.
That's a ball.
The 1-0. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Here's a 2-1. And a swing and a miss. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Braves down to their final out.
Great location with that two-strike fastball. I tell you what, as a hitter, you're looking to protect the outside part of the plate, stay back on something off speed. So many times, that location with two strikes, you just can't get around on it, and that's a tough one to compete with.
Olsen in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. The Yanks trying to close out a 3-run lead here at the top of the ninth. They're down to their final strike.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it, it's almost like a split-finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Here's the 0-2. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, this was a total team effort using 6 pitchers in this ball game to get the win. Outstanding job of passing the baton, the next pitcher stepping up and getting it done. You got to give them a lot of credit because this is not easy to do. We'll see how it affects them over the next couple of days.
9-6 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.